by the power of Grayskull. Yeah, and all the fans just went, what is my favorite art? Listen, one of the most iconic toy and cartoon franchises of the 80s is making its return to the big screen with Masters of the Universe. And look how excited G-Man is. It's like his child has come to life.
You don't understand. So I was just joking with our Zoe now that I think this kid's going to be the biggest internet thing ever. Universe, he is the master of the universe, in fact. Nicholas Galatzin. We haven't heard a huge amount about him, but he is Prince Adam, or He-Man, when he picks up the sword. And of course, the film follows a young hero who must embrace his destiny and return to Eternia to face the villainous, say it with me, Skeletor. Let's set the scene.
All that stuff that only exists in legends and bedtime stories. Talking tigers, spaceships, and magic swords that can make a man as mighty as a god. Where I come from, that stuff is real. Why did you send me away?
I wanted you to be safe. So I sent you to a place I knew that they'd never find you. There's...
This obsession with nerd stuff and sword things, it's not a good look for human resources.
I know it sounds crazy, but that sword is gonna show me the way home.
Sir, you can't do that.
Don't worry, the sword's mine.
Hang on, it's about to get weird.
What am I supposed to do? Take the sword. You protect them.
No, they think they're not ready, but they're not ready as much as I'm not ready. Our amazing Zoe Human is here. Oh, she's seen it. She is here to tell us whether this long-awaited adaptation of not just the game franchise, but there was a movie as well, has the power! Is this going to transform us into our magical underpants holding a sword?
Yes, and it was too cold today, so I didn't come with
I was waiting for the
biceps to come out.
You know.
You're one of the few people who actually has the
Kyk
physique
wat doen 'n
to pull it
blazer,
off.
guys. Kyk wat doen 'n blazer today. Thank you.
Kyk wat doen 'n blazer. So first of all, can I just apologize to Gareth Chambers? I only came to your house to play with your Castle Grayskull. I'm sorry, dude. I don't think we would have been friends otherwise. There is something about this game, and I really am sorry. No, he was a lacquer guy, okay? But he did have Castle Grayskull,
You just ended your Facebook friendship.
You're showing your age. You're showing your age.
There is a lot going on here. I got to say, the kid in me, actually, this was better than I remember. My imagination kind of... It looks amazing. Please don't, and that's quite a thing, because I was a kid when this came out. So I grew up. This I knew. I had a He-Man, the actual toy, when that first came out, when the
Were you
first
also
cartoon
playing with
came
the-
out.
with
Crazy
Prince
for me
Adam?
is that in my era, this was like very early for me. All I remember is the action figurines.
The toys would have still been around.
Skeletor, I had that like purple panther, and then I had He-Man with that big sword. I didn't get to actually watch the comics as much. I did see the movie, but I was just caught up in the actual like.
But you had game, man. If you had the Panther, you had game, dude.
Exactly that. So maybe that's a nice thing to lead into, because not a lot of people might even remember He-Man. man, and I would imagine so. You didn't.
It
grow up
wasn't
on
my.
right?
It wasn't my generation.
So what was it like for
unfortunately.
you without the preconceived
all the
notion of it?
baggage.
Guys, I had so much fun watching this
Brilliant.
movie, and this is the type of movie that there's going to be younger generations that are
Yes.
like, oh, this is a toy. I need this toy
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
so enjoyable. It is funny. It is intelligent, and it doesn't take itself too serious. And I think that's a big issue that I've had with some of the actions that we have
Yeah,
these days.
yeah.
The CGI goes down, but the humor doesn't go up at the same time. But
it
this is
doesn't
just
land.
a good movie. I had so much fun.
And you got to find the balance because the comic itself, it plays quite serious, but in the way that a 9-year-old would be serious about running around with a sword.
Exactly.
So
You
you've
can't
gotta-
take a man with that haircut so seriously.
But exactly, man. And it's the body, it's the transformation, it's the fact that he's just a normal guy. But hang on, I can still see something under the shirt there, dude. So from the perspective of the standalone film itself, what's the vibe here? Set the tone for us.
Okay, so Prince Adam, he is our protagonist. You know him also as He-Man. He's not He-Man yet. He only becomes He-Man once he unleashes the power of the sword. So as a child, Skeletor has destroyed his planet Eternia. And now they need to save him. So Sorcerer sends him to Earth, where he lives out until his adult life. And he has all the memories. I feel like with these sort of movies where people get sent to other planets, you know, it's like they forget. But he remembers and he needs to get home. He's like dating,
wow.
he's working in HR, and he's doing all these things.
As
and he's
one
trying
must,
to
yeah.
convince people that he is in fact Prince
That he's
Adam.
not the
and
master
he's,
of the
and yeah, he's not from this planet. So dating doesn't work very well for him in this movie. But then he finds the sword. After a decade of searching, he finds it and he returns home to find justice and defeat Skeletor.
Nice.
And brush his hair. He's got great hair, man.
Amazing hair.
What I'd love to get into is obviously the 80s version had Dolph Lundgren, an absolute legend.
And you might see him in this version as
No
well.
Get out of
way.
town.
There's a little Easter
It's like
egg.
almost like one of those Stanley Easter eggs in the Marvel movies. But what's really cool is that when you knew about it in the past, it was wild. There was a world that maybe couldn't be portrayed with the technology back in the 80s to do the movie its actual justice. So now we got the technology, we got the CGI, we got the lasers and everything. Does it live up to the hype of what it should be? Because it's now an opportunity to actually give it everything it needs to bring it to life.
I think it lived up to the hype. I
Yes.
think it did. I don't know if the diehards are gonna say, yes, it absolutely did. This is what I thought as a child. But me, who's experiencing this movie for the first time, I think it was amazing. What I also really enjoyed about it is it wasn't like these movies where you can tell this is shot in a desert, you know, this is in the jungle somewhere here on Earth.
You feel like you're in another world.
feel like you are in another world.
It gave a bit of
that.
Black Panther in the CGI kind of flow vibe, a bit of Avatar creeping in there as well. I think we're obviously at a very advanced level, but this is still going to rest on a performance.
Yes.
He is the man.
Multiple performances.
And they've got some great supporting
was
cast
He-Man
members.
the man,
but
though?
he is the man, yeah. Is Nicholas Galitzine ready to take on
I
this?
love him. You mentioned that this was your first time hearing of him.
Yeah.
He's had a bit of a career now. He was in Anyone But You with Anne Hathaway last year, Red, White and Royal Blue as well the year before. So he's got a career, but he's always been very skinny in his roles. So for him to put on this amount of weight, and yeah, you said, oh, he's before in that shirt,
Yeah,
the way they're trying to hide the muscles. I said, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Be so for real.
Let's just treat. So how many calories a day was this kid?
5,000.
5,000.
Isn't it the same as our
Calories.
Olympic, Maddie, our Olympic?
Literally, and he was chowing through calories when he's training. That is so much.
Yeah, we're going to dive
that's
into a
just
little
a-
bit more now. But yeah, he's done an amazing job. But one of my favorite people in this movie, Skeletor. Jared Leto. What a surprise, because he has
Is it
had
though?
the worst run. No, every movie that he's been, think about it,
And he's so
Tron
good.
Ares, flops. It's a flop. So this is a movie where you're like, maybe it's just the character is just amazing, but what he does, good stuff.
I think when he's a
He
villain,
is.
he always nails it, though, if I think about
He
his
is a
past
phenomenal
villain roles.
actor, man.
Yeah.
And I think he just follows parts that he wants to play, not kind of clever choices sometimes. Remember, he's in Fight Club, yo. I think once you've done Fight Club, you just kind of start a band. I absolutely love it. I think this is really, really amazing that it does pay homage, but it also feels like it's going to introduce this franchise to a whole new generation.
And it will.
So do you think the toys are going to come back even more
Oh,
powerfully now?
they've got to. I think a little grey skull on my shelf could look very nice.
Can I ask just one favor? Please, can we either make Barbie smaller and He-Man bigger. Because my older sister had that on me for our whole childhood. Okay? Small man complex. Come on, he's He-Man. Oh, no, it's time to decide if you have the power. It is an absolute icon, and hopefully this has inspired you, or at least had you giggling like us, like little children.
Only you can